As a teacher and as a student myself, I have very strong feelings about the importance of practice. And I think that creativity is a practice as well. Some of us may have some natural talent, but it requires effort and practice in order to learn different techniques and in order to develop our skill, in order to learn the theory. And the more that we're willing to do that practice, the better we're going to be able to express our creativity. I have 6 key values as a maker that are important to me as a maker and as a teacher, but also influence who I tend to spend time with as I'm pursuing creative things. I think most of all, the most important thing is that it's important to pursue excellence. It's important to try our best, but it's also important to be reasonable in that effort. To look at where we are now, to look at the goal of where we want to be in the future, and to be kind to ourselves as we tackle that process of acquiring those skills. Recognize where we're at now, but also recognize our potential for growth and be patient with the ups and downs of that growing process. Secondly, I think that it's important that as we pursue creativity and making different things, that we keep this goal of being joyful and let go of the compulsion to finish something. To just as we are struggling through the process and the frustrations and all the different components of creating, that we also assess our level of joy. Yes, we want to struggle. Yes, it's okay to work hard. Yes, we don't want to waste time, materials, and effort. But it's also, I want to be satisfied. I want to have a sense of deep joy when I'm finished with whatever it is that I'm making. Thirdly, community is important to me. When I am able to create something, I feel happy. I'm excited about that. But when I can share that with other people, it increases my joy. It's always nice to share with people who know me but maybe aren't quilters. But it's even better when someone has skill in the areas of quilting because it's a deeper appreciation and understanding. For me, community has to be diverse. It has to be equitable. I can't just be in community with people who have similar backgrounds to me. I have to work hard to create that equity within my community so that the people who are making with me feel respected and feel included and feel valued so we can learn from each other. Based on my experiences in the classroom working with deaf children, I feel very strongly about language access as a right. Um, I feel this very strongly for all children, but the majority of hearing children are born into families that provide that access to them right away. The cultural transmission and the language transmission happens naturally and very easily. I view American Sign Language as a beautiful language, one that I am working hard to continue to develop skills in, as it is not my native language. ASL and English are equally valuable, and I think it's important that members of communities that I create have access in their first languages. Part of being in community is celebrating those differences. Learning is hard. It requires bravery. It's difficult to overcome that sense of trepidation, those fears of failure as we are going through the learning process. And I think everyone needs to be committed to continuing to be lifelong learners. If you have someone who is unwilling to learn something new, they're limiting themselves. And anytime we create barriers to other people learning, we're limiting them in a similar way. It's a form of oppression. And I think all of us have to develop that resiliency as adults to continue to be committed to a process of lifelong learning. As a teacher, I feel that if I'm teaching something and my students are struggling, the problem is with me. I need to tweak how I'm delivering the information. I need to change my approach. I need to find something that's more relevant to them. And I'm not saying that students don't have a responsibility to be invested and try as well. But often, especially with creative pursuits, students are interested and are eager. And so if they're not being successful, it's on us as educators to make changes that allow them to be successful. I take that as a responsibility on myself. As a teacher, I can't prize my approach to the point that it's detrimental to student learning. I need to accommodate their learning needs, strengths, and preferences.